The Department of Veterans Affairs is the government's second largest federal agency, employing nearly 250,000 people. 31% are veterans. As a social outreach worker with the VA Medical Center in D.C., Jim Street is one of them.
I used to live down in the park. The homeless program is an outreach program that the VA Medical Center has. I've been with the program since 1990. We go out in the community. I go under the bridges and go to parks and go into the wooded areas. We identify problems, issues. Sometimes it's substance abuse issues, psychiatric, and sometimes just a very difficult thing like finding gainful employment and affordable housing. For example, the Vietnam vet finds it much easier and safer to withdraw from society. Therefore, he may live in the woods, he may live in the parks. Sometimes he's the most difficult veteran with whom to work because he's learned through combat, and a lot of the vets have learned through their military experience how to survive. And that's what these veterans are. They're survivors, every single one of them. I tell my vets that they have the power. They can have the power to either sit still where they're at and not do anything, or they have the power to go through a difficult change, which is working on behavior. And that's the most difficult thing to do, behavior and attitude, changing that. One of the things that I use to better interact and build a rapport with these vets, I call them by their first names. And sometimes I have to go by their street names. They haven't really identified with who they are, Jack, John, or Jim, or whatever. They haven't heard this, you know. And this is really a profound experience, you know. All of a sudden, you know, I'm a human being. And I try to remind them of how tall they stood while they were in the service, how far they've fallen. And I try to give them a hands up. My pattern of getting them in the system and changing their situation is to often visit them every day of the week, every time of the day. You can almost say, you know, Jim Street's going to be here.